Saturday Man Show. Bold flavor.
Well, folks, if you've seen him before, you've seen him at the Route 66 Speedway in Amarillo, Texas. If you've heard him before, you've heard him there, or you've seen him on Amarillo Racing, a TV show that I had the pleasure to do with him before, and now he's launching something new. How you doing, Willie Mays?
Brad, if I was any better, I'd be twins. How you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great. Man, Willie, we had so much fun doing that show. You are a natural. You know, either you're born with it or you're not. And I don't know if it's just in your, well, actually it is in your blood. You have quite a history and a heritage with racing in Amarillo. And man, I tell you, I knew you were great behind the mic, calling the races and stuff. Had no idea you'd be such a natural on television. And man, you are. I'm just thrilled to have you on today's show, man. And the screen beside
I'm glad you have me, dude. I'm glad you have me. Hey, I want to flip the script on you right quick.
Okay.
Kudos on your interview. Now, I know your musical background and all that, but kudos on your interview with the Motor City Madman. I bet that was a highlight. I bet that was a highlight.
Wasn't that fun?
Oh, awesome. Hey, I've got a true story. My wife saw Sweaty Teddy back in the day at the Tarrant County Convention Center. She swears he jumped off his stack of amps in nothing but a loincloth, struck the first chord, knocked out the power at Tarrant County Convention Center in half of Fort Worth. She swears it was the amp draw to this day.
Well, you know, it wouldn't surprise me. You know, Ted is known for his loud concerts and his raccoon tail. He had to be wearing the raccoon tail with his loincloth. But he's knocked out a few power grids, so to speak, and man, since I don't know how he can hear still, but he can. But that was such a fun interview, man, and man, you know, got to interview his wife too. She's incredible, fitness guru for over 40 years, and quite a story there. But Uncle Ted, man, that's been a highlight of my life because we had his poster in our bedroom, Weekend Warrior, you know, big old white suspenders and raccoon tail. Yeah. And then that Star Spangled Banner he played at the end of the show. Man, you just couldn't beat that either. But I'm having a great time.
I'm about to lead guitar.
Well, you know what? It was so much fun doing the show with you, and you're a natural, bud. I'm excited to see what you're going to do next. I know that you're still announcing at the Route 66 Speedway in Amarillo, Texas. I know the other speedways would be happy to have you announce too, as they find out about you. But a lot of people don't know, Willie, that you're quite the custom paint artist, man.
Well, I stay pretty busy, man. You know me. An idle mind is a dangerous mind in my case. So with racing being in the off season, I'm looking to occupy a little time and space in my head. And it's a dangerous place in my head, but when I get back to doing my custom painting, which I'm excited to announce here, I get to let all that out, exercise my demons, get back in my happy place. So I'm firing up the custom work again.
Wow.
Anything you need painted. You know, predominantly it was always motorcycles.
Right.
But, you know, not everybody's a motorcycle fan anymore. Choppers aren't on every TV network. So I'm looking to get into helmets, I'm looking to get into race cars. So
Wow. You know what? Quite an investment, you know, for custom paint, but it's worth it. You know, I mean, talk about giving a signature look to a car. And there's a scene in Amarillo for that. Needs to be highlighted, Willie. I mean, you know, you're a custom paint Picasso and you're good on TV. Maybe a TV show or something should be in the works, or at least a segment of Willie's custom paint. Is that what you're calling it?
It's William Mays Custom Paint. It always has been. It's more of an art form for me.
Yeah.
You know, I do what I do in Amarillo because Amarillo has such a rich history of these guys. I'm a painter and I'm in the automotive paint field because of guys like Lyndon Moss, Kenny Stidd, Gene Buchanan, Dick Sheffield. These are all the guys I grew up idolizing as my heroes. And, into adulthood, we had some awesome painters, and still do, around Amarillo that led me to the custom side. Jason Eubanks, John Stromberg, Mark Work back in the 90s, they were killing it. And it just, man, it fueled a 20-year itch. Always been known for good painters here in Amarillo. So I'm proud to be carrying on that tradition.
Well, Willie, I tell you what, that actually would be good TV. Someone like you with the street cred that you've got, not to count the racing world, but with your artistry and the other artists in town, I tell you what, you'd definitely be welcome to have a segment on anything I'm doing. But custom paint, man. Now, how many years? When did you get started? I want to know the whole thing. What year did you start doing this?
About 28 years ago.
Wow.
I cut my teeth there in the body shops in Amarillo, and all with the goal in mind of getting good enough, learning how to paint, getting good enough to paint bikes. And in about 3 or 4 years, I got there, and led me to my own custom paint shop down in Fort Worth, outside of Fort Worth, in Burleson and Joshua. It was an adventure, and I want to give a shout out to my mom and my bride, because I tell you what, those early days, it was truly a starving artist situation. But
right.
I'm proud to say I worked my way into a medium-sized fish in an ocean. That's a big sea down there in Dallas and Fort Worth. So,
yeah, heck yeah. And here you are in Amarillo. You know what? For the next several seconds, we're going to be showing your work. It's showing on the screen behind you. Let's show it on the forefront in this area people are watching right now. And let's also tell them how to do business with you. Are you already open for business right now?
Yeah, I'm good to go, man. If you got some helmets or race cars you want to have me look at, give me a call. I'll Magic a TV. We'll put my number up there, or you can pretty much just look at my Facebook page, man. It's got all my work up there. It's got a way to get a hold of me. Everybody's on Facebook. It's simple. It's a business card right there. My work speaks for itself.
It does. Well, yeah, it does. Seeing what you did with that golf cart at Route 66, oh my gosh, man, you tripped that thing out. You not only did great custom paint, but you put some accessories on there too. You've got an eye for that, brother.
Pimping ain't easy, my friend.
Maybe a show called Pimp My Golf Cart, Now here's a question, okay?
I think that's been done. That's gimmick infringement, man. That's gimmick infringement.
Now, what could you do with the BMW Roadster?
Not much, man.
They race BMW sometimes. And could you put flames on there? What would you do off the top of your head with that Z3 I used to have?
Oh man, I don't know. The hardest thing in the world is to be creative on demand, and you probably know that. Like, so here, play me something on the piano, and you're like, okay, what?
Yeah. Well, my guess is that the process of getting a custom tattoo has got to be somewhere similar to getting custom paint with Willie Mays. Usually people have an idea in their head of what they want, and then you're able to articulate that and show them that vision on paper. What's the process? Because I'm truly interested for a vehicle of mine.
Man, it ranges from job to job. The I hate to say it, but money dictates everything.
Right.
It's very expensive to do what we do. The materials are expensive. It takes longer, and it's sad to say that a lot of times that dictates it. But I've always been more of the working man's painter.
Yeah.
I'm all about the art. I'm all about just painting stuff cool. I'm not really into the stock stuff.
Have you ever had somebody? Have you ever had somebody with a tattoo that wanted to replicate it on a helmet or a motorcycle gas tank or something?
Oh, absolutely. And that's the fun part about what I choose to paint as my medium. The motorcycles, the musical instruments, the helmets, those things people get personal with, and we get to do those crazy things on. Now, as far as your 69 Camaro, do you want me to mini truck that sucker, or do you want a classic look? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
my personal style is ghetto fabulous, so I'm always about throwing everything at it, and that's why I like the motorcycles and the helmets, which is, if you think about it, just wouldn't look right on a 69 Camaro or
Right.
GTO.
Right.
So my style lends to the wild side, you might say.
Now, you said the word instruments in there. Am I to understand that's guitars and maybe pianos?
Yeah, you know it. You know it, my man. Now I can play the heck out of a piano. Jerry Lee Lewis would be proud.
Well, tell me about any kind of guitar designs. I mean, gosh, you see so many rock stars and that have custom paint on their guitars, and so they can actually have their guitar painted by Willie Mays.
Sure. Sky's the limit. I got a tax refund back one time, and I bought a guitar, and I had aspirations. I am everything a rock star should be except the musical talent, and I put that thing over in the corner after I figured out all that, and I finally just painted it up really cool, and it sits on the stand in the corners. So, heck yeah, we can make you a showroom piece or a player.
So, racing helmets, motorcycle helmets, golf carts, of course, cars, right. Motorcycles. I've seen
right.
custom.
And, I'm not going to turn away the cars. We have ability to do full-blown cars, so.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get into restoring your 67 Mustang. That's not my personal thing. I'm more into the chopper scene, let's cut it up and make it cool. We can accommodate all of it, though.
As time goes on, people are I'm seeing an increasing awareness and support of our veterans, as there should be. And I just can't help but think, man, you could have some just crazy, cool, wild designs that incorporate, our armed forces and such. Have you done anything with camo in recent memory, or veteran type of patriotic type of designs?
I'm sure, there's always the waving flags and things I've done throughout my career, but as far as memorials, there's a few of those, but not anything full blown like what you see on TV. Nobody's approached me with that. I'm not saying I wouldn't, it's just I haven't been approached with the idea or the funding to pull something like that off. But yeah, it'd be amazing. I mean, there's nothing I can't do with paint. We can silver leaf, gold leaf, emblems. When we're done, it looks as tight as a sticker. So, but it's paint and it's got depth and it's done by hand, and that's what makes it cool.
Well, it's also what makes it valuable too. Stickers can peel off, brother.
Sure.
And
my wife's got a $350 mini chopper with a $3,500 paint job. Heck yeah, makes it valuable.
There you go, man. Yeah, there's one time I got a piece of artwork for my wife, and the framing cost more than the actual artwork, But no, the custom paint does add value, and there's so many people out there that are increasingly patriotic, that appreciate our veterans. I'm going to encourage them all to come to you, Willie. Business has never been more personal than it is now. It comes down to who can you trust, who has integrity, who cares about the work that they do. And I can honestly say that I'd recommend anybody to you just based on who I know who you are. And it's important to you to have integrity, and you do revere your art as a sacred art. So folks, the number at the bottom of your screen, also the Facebook connection there at the bottom of your screen,
William Mays Custom Paint on Facebook.
That's right. So that helmet, that motorcycle, that car, that golf cart, that guitar, I've always had a fantasy of having a piano that's painted in flames, and I got a keyboard back here. Could you do some custom paint on this keyboard?
You know I could.
You know what? I think
since I moved back to Amarillo, Brent, that's been one of the top questions. Is, man, are you firing up, doing anything cool? You got anything? You got anything in the works? And that question is answered now. So I am back to doing things cool. And
wow,
if you need something cool, come see me.
That's awesome, buddy. Well, Willie, it's so good to see you, and it's good to see you on the screen again. You belong on television, brother. And
Everybody says I got a face for radio. What are you talking about? A face for air track announcing.
Well, you know what? You're not only a great interviewer, a great host, a great MC, but you know what? You're very entertaining, and you're a marketing genius, in my opinion. You know what you did out at Route 66. We're about to find out how many years you've been out there, but man, you know, the Captain Crash thing that you did, and the character you created out there, the kids loved it so much. You just provided so much energy and excitement. You know, there wasn't the music energy thing going on before, and you brought that out there, you know, the moving music and the excitement and the announcing. And I know the Gossett Brothers really appreciate you being at Route 66, as I'm sure the whole racing family in Amarillo, Texas, man.
Well, I put a lot into everything I do, and that's just the way I am. That's the way I'm raised. So you can thank my parents for that.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, so much fun, and more fun to come, buddy. I really do want to know who the artists are here in town, and they need to be on television, brother, along with you, with Willie Mays Custom Paint. And don't be surprised if I'm trying to convince you to paint a Roadster or a piano or something else like that, you know? Now, there's lots of
$100 bills if you want me to paint that BMW Roadster.
Hey, you know what? You get what you pay for, and I know that
Absolutely.
I know that you got good work, and I'm not afraid to pay for it, brother. You know, there's a lot of motorcycle runs around town, a lot of benevolent things happening in Amarillo with motorcycle runs and car shows and stuff. Folks, one of the best ways to get involved in the car show scene or the motorcycle scene is, number one, to get a motorcycle or car, but secondly, to get that thing custom and customize that thing. You know, that's one of the first things you can do. And boy, I tell you what, you know, it's interesting, Willie. You see people's reactions on the street when they see a really cool custom painted car or a custom painted chopper or motorcycle or such. You know, it's just a great feeling. People don't forget it. It's a signature to that person, to that rider. But as you kind of joked about before, you can take a motorcycle that may not be worth that much, and you put a custom paint job on there. That changes the game a little bit, because now everybody wants to look at it. You know, people turn their heads when they drive by. And is there anything that you've been asked to custom paint that was the funniest or the most unusual in your career?
I've painted a lot of stuff, you know, cars, motorcycles, RVs. Painted a top to a tower a few months ago for the airport radar thing, you know. So it's my craft, man, and I never back down. Some things I don't necessarily want to do. But, yeah.
Around town in Amarillo, there's a lot of murals that have been painted. But you know what?
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, it's the same emotional. Have you ever been asked to paint the side of a building?
I've done some walls, and it was all skulls and fire and flames, and it was really cool. And I'm talking big walls, like 30 feet long, you know, with 3 feet tall flames, and it was all graffiti with spray paint. It was pretty cool. I would love to do a mural like that. I think it would be work for sure. You know, it's real easy to appreciate the finished product, but I'm sure getting there on a building is some work. But I'd be down. Anybody down for some demons out of my head, skulls, fire, flames? I'm not doing roses and sunsets.
Well, you know what? As a marketer, and of course, property and management marketing is my background too. But I've seen buildings in Tulsa, even destination coffee houses or record stores or whatever. And what defined that piece of property was the custom mural on the side of the wall. It's the same emotional effect as it's a custom paint on a car, or custom paint on a motorcycle, or even custom paint on food trucks, But once it's on there, folks, it's on there for a while.
It's like a tattoo. You own it.
It's like a tattoo. You own it. So, folks, you've been watching me try to convince Willie to have a television segment or show for the custom paint scene in Amarillo. And I'm hoping that the next time you see him, he's doing it, because he's a fantastic guy, a great personality, loves this city. He's got a lot of street cred, and he's very gifted. And he's a good dude to do business with. Willie Mays Custom Paint. I can't wait to see what you're going to do next. And you're already giving me ideas too. If you want to add curb appeal to your building, if you want to add something unforgettable to your guitar, or to your racing helmet, your motorcycle helmet, your golf cart, your food truck, or even the first thing that people see when they walk into your establishment, because traffic right now and commerce right now is more important than it ever has been. Once you make it unforgettable with Willie Mays Custom Paint. I didn't know that you could do all that. I thought it was just cars and motorcycles, but it really is unlimited, isn't it?
Oh, it's crazy. I'm fixed to fire up a carousel horse that I just purchased about
Whoa.
6 months ago that is for me personally. I've always wanted one. And, like I say, anything's possible. Anything's cool.
Fantastic. Well, folks, make it unforgettable, make it original, make it custom, and make it. That sounds funny. Make it custom with Willie Mays.
My wife will cut you, Brent Fricker.
I tell you what, man, you got a great wife. I say it again and again. Behind a great man's an amazing woman, and it's just really cool, man. You guys are a cool couple, and she's down with all the things you're doing with racing and announcing and now the custom paint. But really, I can't wait to feature your newest projects. It's going to be fun. But, man, Willie, thanks for being on with me.
Appreciate you having me, Mr. Fricker. And again, congratulations on securing those interviews with the Nugents. That was awesome.
Thank you, man. Well, brother, you're great at everything that you do. And I can't wait to see what's next. Thanks for being with me, Willie.
We'll see you, Brent.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.